MV Seminole was a motor tanker built by Vickers Limited in the port city of Barrow-in-Furness for the Anglo-American Oil Company Limited. Construction began sometime in 1920 and she was completed sometime in May 1921. Her port of registry was Barrow. She was 129.4 meters or 424.5 feet long, had a beam of 17.4 meters or 57 feet, had a draft of 8 meters or 26 feet 6 inches, and had a depth of 10.1 meters or 33 feet 2 inches. Depth is the measurement from the top of the keel at the middle of the ship's length to the top of the deck beam on the uppermost continuous deck. Seminole was powered by two 4-stroke diesel engines which drove her twin screws. Together, these engines produced about 698 nominal horsepower. She had an assessed gross register tonnage of 6,933 and a net register tonnage of 4,881. On the 13th of December 1927, Seminole was making her way up the Mersey with 10,000 tons of petrol which was to be offloaded at an oil jetty in Dingle, Liverpool. As she neared Brunswick Dock, she ran aground on Plunkington Bank, becoming firmly lodged. This damaged her hull enough to where when low tide eventually came, a few hull plates parted and caused around 2,000 tons of petrol to leak into the River Mersey, causing a state of emergency. All available officers of the Liverpool City Police Department were dispatched to warn the people at the landing stage to not light a fire of any sort, not even a match or cigarette due to risk of the petrol catching fire or exploding. The city's fire department laid out thousands of yards of hoses and a whole bunch of fire extinguishers along quays for 7 miles of the port, to be ready for a worst-case scenario. Notices were given to ferries on the Mersey not to light matches. The anchor line ship SS California at a nearby landing stage with about 1,200 troops aboard had to be carefully moved out of the danger zone. For several days, the city of Liverpool stayed in a state of emergency. Somewhere down the line, a 6-inch hose was attached to the Seminole so another tanker in Brunswick Dock could pick up the remaining petrol. The state of emergency was eventually lifted as the petrol may have dissipated. I have no idea if she was removed from the bank and put back into service. I'd assume she was. Either way, she was scrapped in 1936. Thank you so much for sticking around. This is technically my first ship history video. I decided on making it about this ship since it's a relatively obscure topic. I have a few others in the works which I will try and release on historic dates relative to the ship or event. Until then, keep the wind in your sails and the steam in your boilers. Cheers!